Alright, ladies and gents, are we live? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is your favorite Asian robot existing right now. I'm gonna be chilling and rocking today. Okay. Done that. I told my Discord I need to tell. Boom. Hello, Julio. Kai, Panago, Doc Ruin, good to see you. Welcome, everybody. Jack Lad, welcome. Don't forget to like the stream, my friends. Don't forget to like the stream. Come. Do it so that we can all become more glorious. We shall become greater when you like the stream. Yes, that's what I like to see. I love seeing those likes busting out. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It is a good day to see you all. I'm gonna do some wild shit because I can. There we go. Had to reply to somebody asking a question. Yeah, I actually just replied to you, El Chiquito. There's no such thing as a bastion spinning sword, dude. I don't know where you found a bastion spinning sword, but anyone who makes a bastion spinning sword is a fucking moron. You can compare the sword build on my channel to that sword, to whatever build you got, and I can guarantee you my build is better. But as long as it's a build from my channel, it's good. This is not a fedora, actually. This is a trilby hat. It's different from fedora. Fedoras are cringe, especially if you are not a stylish person. Trilbies are good. Remember that. That's a very key difference. But yeah, no, there's no such thing as bastion spin sword. Bastion and spinning does not work. Like I said, I can guarantee you any build on my channel will outperform any build on any other channel, Chiquito. You can try for yourself. Try for yourself. Anyone here will also tell you the same thing. There is no build that beats an Asian robot build. Don't use builds from anyone that's not me. I can guarantee you they are always worse than anything on my channel. If you don't believe me, check it out for yourself. Okay, let me see. I need to do something here. Do. Pretty much, Kai. Good to see you, by the way. Always a pleasure. Yep, so, like I said, if you know that, why would you ask about spinning bastion sword? There's none. There's only one bastion sword build, dude, and that's the one on my channel. There's no other build. If any other build exists, they either stole it from me or they don't know what they're doing. Because I can guarantee you that I would not have made such a build ever. The Strikers build I was using, that's my own build, dude. If you want the Bastion Strikers build, it's already on my channel, bro. Anytime you need a build, search on the channel first. Because every build that I'm using is always on the channel already. Here. These are the Bastion Striker builds. There's only one. Please remember that on my channel, there's always only one Bastion build because there's no other way to build Bastion. There's always only one Bastion build, guaranteed. This is it for the strikers. It still works. Cyclonic Fury? Yeah, that's the Malkiran sword. Okay, one thing I'll tell you, Dominique, is never ask about a build based on a weapon. Because I never build according to a weapon, okay? So if you ever want a particular build, ask about the Omnicell and the weapon type. So say, do you have a Disciplined Sword build? Something like that. Never ask about a build based on a weapon, because no builds are ever constructed based around a weapon. The weapon is just a part of the build. I never say like, okay, today I want to build a build for the Cyclonic Fury. It doesn't work that way, guaranteed. Because if you limit a build to a weapon, you will basically be screwing over yourself and your audience, which I never do. So if you ever want to ask about a build, never ask based on a weapon, because I don't even remember weapon names. You know, sometimes I do, but most of the time I don't even remember weapon names, because weapons are irrelevant. The weapon is just a part of the build, usually, and it's usually just the best choice for whatever I want the build to do. So builds are based on Omnicell and what the build is supposed to do. So for example, if you're talking about the sword build, and you want the Cyclonic Fury, the best, literally the best, is from patch 1.83. A lot of the stuff in the game that is older still has not been changed ever. And I'll tell you why. It's because the game has 0 updates. This game has 0 content updates. The devs don't care about you guys. They hate you guys. Like, legit, man. They have never updated anything in the game for a long time. So if you, I don't know if you're using the one from 1.83, but that's still the best. There has been no replacement for that. And usually if I already constructed a build, I usually won't make a second one unless there is a change. How do you get the Champion's Crown? Become top 100 in the game. When you are top 100, you'll have the Champion's Crown. That is the simple answer. Okay, give me a second here. Let's create some problems. There is no best pike build, Rusty. So one thing which I'll answer to anybody who asks, and this is an answer I would give across the board, so just please don't think I'm bullshitting you. There is no such thing as a best build. Best builds do not exist. And the reason is because every build represents a different playstyle. What you're looking at when you're looking at a build is not, is this the best build? No, it doesn't work that way. The only thing you need to ask yourself is, does this build do what I want it to do? Is this build designed to do what I need it to do? And that's usually all anybody ever asks. Usually there's no such thing for any kind of build to be the best. Okay, I can pretty much state that with 110% certainty. There's no such thing as a best build in that regard. Can I be top 100 in any weapon category to get it? Yes. Any weapon category, and yes, you will have your Champion's Crown. Yes, Kai is correct. These are the things that I tell people day in, day out. Is the Phalanx Chainblade good? Tell me, do I have a Chainblade build using the Phalanx Chainblades? If the answer is no, then I'll tell you that they suck. But I'll just tell you straight away, they suck. Phalanx weapons are the worst in the game. They have the lowest damage of all the weapons in the game. So if you ever see anyone using a Phalanx weapon, okay, I'm gonna teach you a special trick, okay? You take this hand, right? You take your hand, you reach across to them, and you slap them in the face, okay? Because anyone running a Phalanx weapon deserves to be slapped in the face for being a fucking moron, okay? So just remember, okay? I'll teach you the hand position. You put the hand position here, and you go whoosh. What is the best pike TDK and wound build? Doesn't exist. Doesn't exist, Rusty. Again, when you talk about wounding, oh, by the way, don't forget to like the stream, all right? Hang on, I'm almost done preparing something. I'm gonna test out something for you guys soon. Okay, yeah, let's go with that. You have to wait until the reset, dude. Being top 100 in the Chainblades doesn't matter. You have to be top 100 when the trials reset. Being top 100 now doesn't matter. On Thursday night, which is the next reset. If you're still in the top 100, you will get it. If you're not in the top 100 next Thursday night, you won't get it. Plain and simple. You must be top 100 forever. So you must be top 100 till the reset. You cannot be just top 100 today. It won't work. Okay? So if you're top 100 next week, on Thursday, you'll get your champion. You get to buy the champion's crown. Why do you think people buy memberships? Because then they can get the top 100 builds. Easy peasy. Okay, so the reason why I say that, Rusty, sorry for sidetracking, just to explain to you, the main reason why I would state that there is no like one best TDK wounding build or something like that is because there are multiple wounding builds. The pike itself is a hammer that is focused on wounding, right? So, sorry, the pike itself is a weapon that is focused on wounding. Therefore, there are several wounding builds. For example, there is the wounding chronivore, there is the wounding Alira style, which takes advantage of Alira to cause more wounds, stuff like that. There is the wounding Savate style, which was one of the original styles. There is a flawless wounding style done by old Mr. Cream Puff. So when you, and also there's a Iceborne but strong build, which also features wounding, by the way. There's also my own unique Revenant wounding Warpike. So when you think about wounding, there are so many ways to achieve wounding. You get what I mean? So there is no one best build with the best TDK wound build. Doesn't really exist because you have to think about your playstyle. What is your playstyle? Does your playstyle suit what you're doing? For example, let's say you're very good with dodging. Then in that case, the Alira wounding style would probably be best because it features Tempest. Or maybe you're better with discipline and you just know what you're doing when it comes to that. In that case, then you'd be looking for the Savate wounding style with discipline, you know? So that was from patch 1.84. So there's no one best style when it comes to wounding. What I will tell you is that if you're really here to seek a recommendation, try out this one. But I highly encourage you to check out all of my Warpike videos. Give them a watch. It will not be a waste of your time. It is way better for you to actually watch the videos and see which one suits you, rather than me just telling you, okay, use this, because this may not suit you. This could, in my opinion, be one of the top TDK builds. But if it doesn't suit you, you know, it's gonna be a miserable journey for you. You get what I mean? So it's very important. I always tell this to my viewers: try to watch the videos yourself. Search. You can't see the screen, of course not, because the screen was darkened. My screen has nothing to do with anything that I'm saying. My screen is me preparing stuff in the background because I'm gonna be playing the hammer shortly. Screen has nothing to do with it. I listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Don't look at the screen. Listen to me. I've given you a build there. You can try that out. But again, Rusty, I highly encourage you, go to my channel, search Wounding Warpike, watch all the videos. Watch every single one of them and then decide for yourself which one is best for you. Because there's no such thing as best TDK wounding build. Doesn't exist. Everything is a different playstyle. Hey Boog, Scarred, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Don't forget to like the stream. I've seen several people haven't liked the stream yet. What's going on? Nothing that is important to you. How dare you even question me? How dare you even ask me what's going on? How dare you even speak to me? You're not allowed to speak to me. Kill this man. Anyway, I'm just messing around today, answering questions, the like, you know, and you know, playing around because I can. Oh, and if any channel members require stuff, please let me know. I will assist you if you have anything you need, but otherwise I'm just gonna carry on doing my own stuff. So yeah, one of the most important things that I'll tell anybody is that there are a lot of different styles of playing different weapons in the game, and it's so important that you guys view the videos and decide for yourself, because sometimes what I may recommend is from my perspective, and my perspective is very different because don't forget, my skill set is completely different to yours. You know, I find dodging super easy, especially in Dauntless, so I love Tempest. Tempest is pretty much my favorite Omnicell, straight up. But it doesn't mean that I can only play Tempest. You know, I experiment with a lot of different things because I want to bring more content to you guys as well. You know, that's the way that I do that. In fact, right now I'm just experimenting with some weird shit. Well, number one, Reforge 60 is bullshit, because it doesn't mean that the person's good at all. It just means that they spend a lot of time never touching grass. So if your friend gave you this pike build that kills fast, then, well, Test for yourself. My answer is always test for yourself. You know? See whether or not their build is better than my build. Up to you, man. You can test for yourself and see for yourself. I can guarantee you that Asian robot builds always outperform. Always. There's never been a time when my build has ever lost to anyone else's. Besides, you wouldn't be here unless you knew that already, right? Because no matter what your friend gives you, it'll never be as good as a robot build. But yeah, Reforged 60 is bullshit, dude. He could be Reforged 200 on every weapon and he still would not be a content creator or even good at the game. Reforging is nothing. You can reforge every 3 hours if you just don't touch grass. And if you just buy lots of bounty tokens, it's easy. Well, that's why you gotta know who to trust. You might have friends that are so-called experienced at the game, but if they don't follow the real Asian robot style, like I said, test for yourself. When you get the chance, right, compare their build to my build. I can guarantee you my build will always win. Everyone who follows the real Asian robot style always outperforms everybody else that doesn't. It's literally plain and simple. So, you know, you can take my build and then go destroy your friend that has 60 reforges. Let him know he wasted his time. Let him know he wasted his time, you know, doing absolutely shit all. Because there is no build better than mine. Hey, welcome back, Jolo. Good to see you. Woo. Look at this punk. Well, I linked you a build earlier in chat, right? You can start there. You said you wanted a wounding build. Start there then. Because the only way to understand, right, is to watch the videos. Because every video explains how a build is used and what the build's playstyle is. If you watch the full video, right, I always do a combat demonstration. So don't just watch the video, take the build, and then run away. The videos are usually less than 10 minutes. Some are slightly more than 10 minutes, but it's very rare that it's usually around 10 minutes. So if you watch the full video, it would probably be better for you because that way you can at least understand why I'm doing the things that I do. Because every video that I do, I always demonstrate how a build works. Splay, welcome to the channel. Reforging does not give any buffs outside of the Slayer's Path. Oh, I already linked him, Bravo, so don't worry about that. Reforging will only give you the buffs in the Slayer's Path, and then beyond that there's no point. So like I said, after 10 reforges there's no point. The only reason I have more than 10 reforges is that I'm always testing builds. By the way, hi Ninja Man. I'm always testing builds. Also, hi Sonic Foon. I didn't see your message earlier. But yeah, I'm always testing different builds, testing different ways of doing things, stuff like that. So that's why like I've got more than 10 reforges, but technically speaking, you don't need more than 10. Unless you need the A of the Hearts or whatever. A video for TDK? No. Why would you need a video for TDK? Okay, in case you don't understand what TDK is, it just means time to kill. So basically what you need to do is, you have a phone, right? Just open the stopwatch function on your phone and measure which build kills faster, that's all. That's how TDK works. I mean, same thing. There's no video for TDK, dude. Like, TDK literally stands for time to kill. You don't need a video for measuring time to kill. You just need a stopwatch, which everyone has on their phone. Unless you're telling me you don't have a phone, then there's nothing I can do to help you. Like, do you guys not do this kind of measurement? Okay. maybe I'm coming from a different perspective, but all real gamers always test TDK. How fast you can kill something, whether you're playing COD or whatever else, right? Now, for COD, most of the content creators will also state the TDK, but that's because they measure it with the gun, like how many bullets to kill, like maybe 2 shot, 1 tap, things like that. Dauntless is a bit different. Dauntless, you just take a stopwatch and you just measure it, because like how long do you take to kill a behemoth? I know, right, Boog? It's like Molten Edict? No, whoa. Molten Edict's the worst hammer. What are you talking about? Okay, in case you didn't know, right? All hammers, all exotic weapons are designed to be worse than their normal versions, because Dauntless didn't want the exotics to overtake the normal stuff. What? Okay, Rusty, I think you're very confused about a lot of things, dude. Are you a non-native English speaker? Because if you're an English speaker, you should be able to understand everything that I've said so far. So, is English not your first language? Because if English is not your first language, I'll try and slow down my explanation. Because if English is your first language and you don't understand what I'm saying, then I'm a bit worried about you, buddy. So if English is not your first language, I will try. It is? Okay, dude. Okay, I'm gonna speak slowly. I'm gonna speak slowly after I'm done fighting. Okay? No, Cardell, you can come whenever you like, dude. I don't keep people prisoner at my stream. You can do whatever the hell you want. Whether you're here or not, like, no offense, but whether you're here or not is irrelevant. So you can come whenever you like, dude. If you like my streams, come all the time. If you don't like my streams, then don't come all the time, dude. It's your choice. Anyway, okay. English is your first language, right, Rusty? If it is, okay, I'm gonna explain slowly. Alright? Every build that is constructed on my channel is a different playstyle. Meaning there are slight differences, okay, in each build. Some builds are better for dodging, some builds are better for attacking, some builds have more defense, okay? The only way to find out what the build is by examining the build, okay, and watching the video. If you watch the video, all right, you will understand what the build is for, because I explain it in each video. I explain what the style of the build is, right? And then if you watch the combat demonstration in the video, the combat demonstration will show you how the build is used. So if you're talking about wanting to kill fast, right? You have to first understand. If I want to kill something fast, I need the skills to use the build. The build can be the greatest build in the world, but if you don't know how to play it, it will be useless to you, right? So, by watching the combat demonstrations, watch them 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times if you have to. If you watch the video 10 times and you still don't understand it, I can't help you at that point, but watch it as many times as it takes. If you think that you still don't understand, watch it 10 more times. Because when you watch the combat demonstration, you will see how I do certain things. For example, with the wounding builds, I will demonstrate that, okay, so you attack the behemoth first, you cause a wound. After you cause a wound, you attack the behemoth, right? And that'll help you, and then you can do maximum DPS. I explain all this in each video. So what I will do is I will highly encourage you guys to watch the video. So Rusty, make sure you watch the video, see what I'm talking about, and then you can see whether the build suits you. You asked for a recommendation earlier, I gave you one. However, I also explained that there's no such thing as one best build that is the fastest kill time, because if you don't understand that that there is like an individual skill element, all right, then there is nothing I can do to assist you any further. What you need to do is make sure you check out what the video does. Sorry, you make sure you check out what the build does in the video, and then watch the combat demonstration. So that will help you out, Rusty. That's how to measure, that's how to understand what a build does. Then you can measure whether or not it's better at killing than your friend's build by testing it in the actual game, okay? So that is a full explanation. If you did not understand after I said all that, bro, instead of arguing with Kai, I want you to just listen to me, okay, Rusty? Don't talk to anyone else. You just focus on what I'm saying, okay? Because I've just spent my time giving you a full explanation. Yes, watch them 600 times if you have to. But that is the way that this game works. And Splay, you can't afford to make 100 builds, so you need one that's averagely good at everything. Well, Splay, here's the thing. Like Kai said, there is no best build, and like I've been explaining this entire time, you don't have to make 100 different builds. What you need to do is understand that Asian robot builds are superior to every other build. However, you cannot prove this for yourself if you don't test it for yourself, right? So, if you ask me what is the best hammer then that's non-legendary and do I have a build for it, what I'll say to you is that first, don't even think about what's the best hammer. Think about farming your legendary stuff, and if you want to farm your legendary stuff, then what you need to do is you need to start with the easy hammer build, okay? This is the first hammer build that everybody constructs. Why? Because this hammer build will help you farm your stuff by being able to take on escalations. It'll help you do normal trials so that you don't lag behind on trial cells, whatever else stuff that you need, all right? Everybody in the game starts with this easy hammer build. After constructing and building this easy hammer build, you'll be able to move on, farm your legendary parts, and then build whatever hammer build you want, okay? But you cannot immediately say, okay, I want the best non-legendary hammer. Come on, teach me the no. Game doesn't work like that. If you want to be good at Dauntless, then the only way to play Dauntless and the only way to get good, start with the easy build. Everybody who's new starts with an easy build. They use that to farm the legendary builds. Then they choose whichever legendary hammer that you want. So there are a few different hammer builds on my channel. Take a look at them when you're ready, and then you can choose whichever one is right for you. But first, you're gonna have to start with the easy build. That is a very dumb question, Cardell, but I'll still answer. I personally like the hammer better than the axe right now. Do I have any Revenant Chainblade build? Taylor, I expected better from you, dude. How can you ask me if I've got a Revenant Chainblade build? Of course I do, dude. Come on. You're talking to the ultimate king. Thank you, Bravo, for posting the link. Search on my channel. Next time you want to build, right? I'll tell you this, Taylor. Very simple. Go on my channel, open up the search bar, right? You type in Revenant Chainblade. Boom, the build will show up. And I can guarantee you I've got builds for everything. There is nothing that I don't have a build for. Okay? Unless it is impossible or something that is really like not feasible, meaning that, for example, I don't have a what's the behemoth saying, Phalanx build, because Phalanx is terrible. So the Phalanx UE is so trash that, you know, obviously I don't have a build for that, because why would anyone want one? If anyone wanted one, I could make it. I could make one for them, but it'll be a custom build, and that's gonna cost money because I'm not wasting my time otherwise, you know? So anything you need, search on the channel first. If you cannot find it after searching, come here and ask. Or you can ask via a comment, I'll happily link you, but try searching first, because I can guarantee you I have everything. Everything you could possibly want or need, especially for Chainblades. Chainblades, I have one of everything, because Chainblades are my favorite weapon in the whole world. So for Chainblades, I can guarantee you I have you covered. I have you covered from head to toe to everything. We got everything. I have an easy build for every single weapon, Splay. So all you need to do, much like I was telling Taylor earlier, Splay, you just can, on my channel, there's a search bar. You can just search easy whatever weapon. So easy warpike, easy chainblade, easy sword. There's always only one easy build for every weapon. All right. If another easy build exists, it's because I had to update something or change something. There's always usually only one easy build. And the reason is because that one easy build is just designed to help you get through all the content. So if you don't like the hammer, choose any other weapons, Play. You can literally choose any other weapon in the game. Like, you want easy chainblades, we got that. You want easy warpike, we got that. If you wanna farm, right? To be honest, the best weapon for farming is the repeaters, because the repeaters can target a specific behemoth part, so it's the easiest to farm with. Up to you though. Not everybody can use repeaters, so you have to be aware of that. Okay? So yeah. That is the most important thing to account for, whether or not you can use the weapon, because we've got builds for everything, but you gotta be aware about whether or not you can actually use said weapon and said build. If you can't use it, it's not gonna be much help to you, regardless of how good it is. You get what I mean? So yeah, just be careful about that. What's my favorite legendary chain blade? I don't have one. I like everything. What is the weapon I hate most? Nothing. I am God with everything. I am the godliest of gods, and you will all kneel. So yeah, I don't have any weapons I hate, because I like everything. So why would I hate anything? Because everything is awesome. Yeah. Plain and simple, I really don't have anything I dislike, because I see no reason to dislike anything. I mean, everything is pretty good. I really don't have any reason to complain. Well, Phalanx is a okay. I should say this. I don't hate any weapon type. I only hate particular weapons within a category. What UE do I hate the most? Phalanx. Guaranteed. Phalanx is the UE I hate the most. Because it is the only UE that comes from a difficult behemoth, but, okay, or I should say relatively difficult behemoth, but is useless. Like, all the other UEs come from, like, really easy behemoths. And they're useless, that's okay, because they come from easy to farm behemoths. But the Phalanx comes from a relatively difficult behemoth, and it's trash tier. Like, it's literally the most trash tier shit I've ever seen. So that is the only UE that I would say I hate the most. But I do not hate any type of weapon. Every type of weapon can be good, as long as you know the right build for it. I should say, as long as you know the right Asian robot build for it. You know? And by the way, just for the sake of recognition, Kai, I appreciate you getting frustrated on my behalf. I know sometimes it can be very, very difficult for some of my more experienced viewers to watch me have to answer questions where people don't even understand anything. You don't know what a UE is? BGB? Don't worry, I've got a video that explains what a UE is. In fact, I have a video covering that as well, because I knew somebody would ask that question. Can I link the build I'm using right now? No, this is currently a build in testing. And either way, you would need legendaries for this build. Don't think about the builds I'm using, Splay, because you're too new. If you wanna get started with the game, start with the easy build. Start with the easy build. Don't even think about any of the builds I'm using. Don't even think about any of the endgame builds. Finish the easy build first. You need to get it fully power surged and ready to go. Because if you don't do that, then you're gonna have a rough time. All right, I'm gonna guarantee that. Finish your easy build first. I always say this to every Slayer. Don't look down on the easy builds. They can do a lot. I've proven that they can do trials. In fact, did you know that I've got a video proving that my easy hammer build is still working and still valid, even though it's from patch 1.80. That video exists. Yeah, no problems, Play. Go ahead. Watch the videos, enjoy the content. That is the right way to get your journey started. Welcome to the best and only Dauntless community worth watching. We guarantee results here. Oh yeah, Kai, I totally get you. Like, Miss Eve gets the same way sometimes. She's like, what the hell, man? Do people like not understand English or something? Because I get a lot of people, I think that they just don't get it, you know? Gaming is not for everybody. Like, some people just don't seem to understand things that I feel are basic, you know? Like, for me, when it comes to a video game, I usually instinctively grasp everything. I can be playing a video game for like 3-4 hours and I'm already an expert on everything. That's usually how I work. So sometimes I totally get that my viewers may also feel like I'm talking to a wall, but I also, as a content creator, like, I think I've learned to be a bit more patient, even when I don't sound it, because at the end of the day, sometimes you just got to repeat it until somebody gets it, because not everybody understands the same things in the same way that I do, you know? They don't understand that, like, I can do the mathematics in my head in like a couple of seconds, but most normal people would not be able to do that, you know? So it can get difficult, and I totally get it. So I always appreciate it when people get frustrated on my behalf, but yeah, I don't like, I've learned to be patient, because at the end of the day, you know, the reason I started this whole thing was because, you know, I realized that other people weren't delivering, so I'm here to deliver. I'm here to deliver what they cannot and what they will not, because I know that they, you know, they do not care about people at all. And at the end of the day, like, if I want to be different, then I gotta show that I do. Any game that I play, I pretty much will understand everything about it. It's just about like explaining what people want to see. A lot of things are very straightforward though. Like, for example, with Space Punks, a lot of things don't need an explanation because it's straightforward, it's basic, you know? But Dauntless is quite complex. And a lot of things are not explained, so that's why I make so many different videos, because people generally need the info. I don't have a least favorite, Itachi. God does not have a least favorite. Everything is part of, you know, like the kingdom of God here, so. Well, that's just your luck, dude. I mean, no matter what build you have, it's not like you can improve luck, right? So if your luck is bad, you will never get what you need. If your luck isn't bad, you can have a favorite but not have something you hate. So that means that I have one thing I like more than everything else, but everything else is equal. I mean, it's logic, Itachi. Don't be a moron, dude. Just because you have a favorite doesn't mean you have to have something that's your least favorite, dude. You don't have to rank everything 1, 2, 3, 4, man. The world doesn't work in a sequence. So, although I said you can ask me any questions you like, please don't ask moronic questions. No, I'm just explaining it as an example, Boob. Meaning that I don't have one in particular that I dislike. Of course, I do have some that I like more than others. But I don't have one in particular that I dislike or is my least favorite. Like, I can use everything else relatively well, dude. Come on, Boog. I expect intelligence from. I expect intelligent queries from. Yes. Chainblades. Actually, by the way, it's reversed. Chainblades, Warpike, Sword. Although sometimes Sword does take the place of the Chainblades. Does take the place of the Warpike. I mean, honestly, 1, 2, and 3, like, the 2 and 3, they're pretty much the same. Chainblades above all, but Warpike and Sword are definitely, like, runner-ups. But I don't remember the exact order myself. Sometimes it will be Chainblade, Sword, Warpike. Sometimes it's Chainblades, Warpike, Sword. It's one of the two. Honestly, don't even worry about it. Because these 3 weapons are, like, the, you know, best, in my opinion. The Sword has a parry. Literally some of the craziest shit in the game. Like, you know, being able to deflect a behemoth's attack is pretty fucking swanky. It's like having discipline, but one that I can use often, you know? I love that. Like, that is the one thing I love the most about the Sword. The fact that I can, you know, parry all the time. Oh, that's beautiful. It's okay, Kai. Like, people will ask, and that's okay. Like, at the end of the day, you know, people have the freedom to ask. And I will answer if I'm able. This is the Radiant Escalation. Like, if somebody asks me something moronic, I'll tell them that's a fucking moronic thing to ask, but I won't hate them for it. I'll just think that they're morons. I'm a simple man. Yeah, this is the chronivore, dude. Also, don't forget to like the stream, guys. Why am I seeing several people watching but not liking the stream? You guys can do better, right? I trust in you guys. Do better, do better. Like the stream. I want to see at least 24 likes here. I think we can reach that. Do. Yeah, there we go. 24 likes. Good job, team. Good job. Do. No, you can only combine to get +3 cells. So to get Aether Dust, well, aren't you lucky? Because I have everything you need. I have a guide on how to get Aether Dust. It's literally a 2-minute video that explains the 2 ways of getting Aether Dust, dude. So here you go. But like in a simple summary, dude, you want to get cell cores if you want to farm Aether Dust. Cell cores will be the basis of it. But yeah, that 2-minute video will explain pretty much whatever you need to understand, whatever you need to know about getting Aether Dust. So you want to get Aether Dust, open up cell cores so you have cells to sell. And that's basically it, dude. So start farming island events. Plus, when you farm the island events, you also get plenty of Aether Sparks, which will help you with your reforging. So everything comes together in one circle. Dauntless is that sort of game. You gotta grind, buddy. You gotta grind. Now, if any channel members need anything, you know what to do, right? Just let me know. Otherwise, I will just carry on doing my stuff. Yes. Like I said, Splay, any question you can ask, I've got either a video on it or a guide on it. Legit. I'm not kidding. Because usually I get tired of answering the same question, so I have a video for everything. Well, Cardell, it's because I've been a creator for a long time. Do you know how many questions I've had to answer? Especially moronic questions. So, saves me time and saves me frustration if I have videos for everything. That way, if somebody needs to ask me something, here you go, video. It explains everything you need. Here you go, video. Explains everything you need. Simple. Keeps life simple. And remember, a simple life is the best life. Complex is bad. Simple, good. But also, Dauntless does a bad job of teaching you anything in the game, so... I mean, you'd think that, all things considered, if they want people to love their game, they should actually teach you. But they don't, so Of course, for it was a god that made it, and by that I mean me. I am your god. We do, but it's only available to channel members, so if in future you are a channel member, you'll be worthy of entering. The reason is because, when we had an open Discord, we had a lot of troll attacks from other creators' communities. Obviously out of jealousy, whatever. So we no longer have an open Discord. Nowadays, we keep it very simple. We only allow channel members into the Discord. If you want to get in, then it's basically, you got to show that you're really a supporter of the stream. And if you do in future, then you'll be welcomed with open arms. But it helps keep the Discord a very, very warm family environment. Thanks for the tip, Bravo. Always appreciate you.
Bravo 7910 tip $10. I want rap time.
You want rap time? You got it, buddy. You got it. Just for you, I will do a double. What do you want? You tell me, Mr. Stream Boss. Whatever your request is. You want to challenge me to a rap? You want to do this? You want to do that? You tell me and I will deliver. No, that one I don't, because nobody ever asked that question, Big BGB. Like, most people figured it out. Well, there's a person I haven't seen in a long time. What's up, Turd Burglar? Weren't you the guy that said you wanted to become a member and then we didn't see you for months? Are you alright, buddy? You leave it up to me, huh? Alright. Choose not to answer that question. It is irrelevant to my current operation. But no, BGB, there's some videos that I don't have because, I mean, more or less, I can explain it in one shot. Ah, I see. Enjoy your work, dude. Enjoy your work. Understandable. What do you mean I don't make videos anymore? I make videos all the time, Cardell. Are you not subscribed to my channel? Bro. See, that would be what I would define as a moronic question. Do you not see the videos that I post? Yesterday you joined Dauntless. Okay, what's your question? And haven't you been playing Dauntless for a while? What do you mean by yesterday you joined Dauntless? You've literally been playing Dauntless for quite some time, dude. Werner, I am using the hammer. If anyone can mistake this for an axe, then I would worry about your vision, dude. You might need some glasses, buddy. But it's okay, don't you worry. Optometrists are very cheap these days. And good glasses are actually pretty okay, unless you want to get Crizal lenses or whatever. Those are pretty swanky, but I mean, they are expensive. But yeah, no, this is a hammer, obviously. It's okay, trust me. It's a free-to-play game, Kai. Yeah, it's kind of like this. Not really, Boog. I've just, like, if anyone challenges me to do it, I'll do it. Like, there's no requirement or whatever. Like, if somebody's the stream boss and they challenge me to do it, because stream boss always has the right to challenge, right? If somebody takes stream boss and they challenge me to do that, I am more than happy to do it anytime. Yes, Itachi, it is a process called reforging. If you don't know about that, then you clearly didn't read anything in the quests. You didn't read anything in your Slayer's Path, but that's okay. That's okay. All right. Here, just for the kids like you that didn't understand anything. Listen. You reforged, okay? There's no way that it goes from level 20 to 1 without reforging, dude. Watch this video. You'll understand it. Okay? If you genuinely believe in your mind that you didn't reforge it and it somehow got reset to 1, asking me is no help. Please go to Dauntless support, email them and say, why did my weapon become level 1? Because I did not reforge. But I'm pretty sure you reforged, dude. So you can go check out that video. It will explain everything about the reforging process and you will learn a lot. And Ariyun, is axe better? No. To me, no. Right now, I would say that the axe is in quite a rough spot because compared to all the other weapons, right, the axe has the least amount of variation in terms of builds. There are very few viable axe builds, like to achieve the same kind of things that other weapons do. So, honest to God, I would tell you that the axe is great, but it is the most limited out of all the weapons. Well, yeah, if you can use it. I mean, to be fair, every weapon is damn good. It's more about whether you can use the weapon or not. Like, if you can handle the weapon, use it. If you can't handle the weapon, then nothing that I say is gonna matter. You know? It really just comes down to, can you handle what is being dished out with the weapon, you know? That is the biggest key for, you know, all this kind of stuff. Like, I always tell people, ask yourself, can I handle this particular weapon? Do I like the playstyle of this? Like, is it doing what it should for me? You know, that kind of thing. So, like, before you can think about whether or not you should use a particular weapon, ask yourself whether you can handle that weapon. Whether or not it's something you want to handle. You know? Yeah, because we got the builds for you. But you got to think about your personal skill, your playstyle. Like, does this weapon suit you? Me, I'm talented in all weapons, but it doesn't, like... I'm not expecting other people to do that because I've put in a lot of hours into this game. I've played this game for a long time. There's very little that's alien to me in this game. You see? So if I use that as a standard and say, yeah, please do it, it doesn't take into account whether or not the other person can do what I'm saying, you see? So it's always better if the Slayer themselves tries the weapon and sees whether or not it suits them. Because you don't have to worry about what's, you know, what's good, what's bad. Just play what you want to play. Everything is viable. What's my favorite or most used cell? I don't really have one because as a builder, right, I never play favorites with my cells. Because if I like one cell more than anything, I will be forced to, I might mentally force myself to put it in a build. But that's not how building works. When it comes to making a build, you must be flexible. You must be flexible enough to ask yourself, what do I want this build to do? And then what should I do to make this build perfect for everyone to use as well, you know? So I don't really have a favorite cell. You don't be getting the notifications, then you need to look at your YouTube settings and make sure that you turn notifications on properly and add my channel to your notifications list to make sure you receive every notification. Because if you don't, then I can't help you, buddy. Then you will forever be a moron, and well, like I said, nobody can save you from that, dude. Only you can save yourself. So, be smart. Be intelligent. Go search on your YouTube and find out why. Like with most things in life, find out why. We are very blessed to have Google these days. We can find out everything. Enjoy, yummy. Yeah, go ahead. Listen, stick with whatever weapon you want, Eri. As long as you're using an Asian robot build, you will be okay. If you're not using an Asian robot build, then there's nothing I can do for you, buddy. Then you'll be fine. You can stick with the axe if you want. A lot of people do. Some people just like the playstyle. I say, okay. If you like it, you know? Nobody can force you to change. So, like whatever you like, play whatever you like, man. That's the way the world works. I just like to experiment. Congratulations. Now you can finally get notifications, Cardell. You will be slightly less of a moron. Welcome to the Notification Club. Now, I'll tell you one thing, ladies and gents, before I begin this rap time right here, I can actually hear Kai's brain imploding from some of the questions that he sees in stream. I can just literally hear his brain going. I hope you're okay, Kai. Don't suffer an aneurysm, okay? This is a typical day. This is normal. Welcome to normality. Like I can sense it even across the country. Kai's like, he just feels his brain going. Hey, no problem, Delvin. You know I'm always good for that. Enjoy the birthday party with your husband. I hope you two have a good time. Yes, I shall have a great stream, as always. All right, now it is time for rap time. So, I hope my dad will stop disturbing me. He is sending me a lot of random stuff that I don't need to know right now, but he is my dad, so I must listen, right? Okay. Well, let's see if I can ease that with some nice little raps, right? Okay. I think I'm gonna start with a little bit of putting it on, you know? Hey, this one's sponsored by Bravo, so we're gonna have a little double right here because, you know, he always says that I get to choose, so I'm gonna just bring it out to you guys. Are y'all ready? What is it inside of me that changes you? What's a reason for a man to be so misconstrued? It's a consequence of who I am. It's prophetic, yeah, my rise was a given, so I'm fully unapologetic. Everyone cheered when I was at the bottom. Funny how they disappeared once I fucking got them. I see the people at the top falling to the floor, but here I am climbing till I can't climb anymore. I'm in need of something different. I can't live it all. Why do you decide to hate me when you'll never know? Who's the man inside this mirror? Who's behind the door? You deny my own existence, so you'll never know. Everybody, yeah. Throw your hands up and you slide real slow. Clap for the Asian man rocking this show, cause I'm a fucking beast and you all know. My raps are getting better and this music is tight. I'ma earn my cash when I play every night. Don't need a venue cause this world is my stage. I invite you all to groove in the Singapore cage. I'm in need of something different. I can't live it all. Why do you decide to hate me when you'll never know? Who's the man inside this mirror? Who's behind the door? You deny my own existence, so you'll never know. Everybody, yo. Throw your hands up and you slide real slow. Clap for the Asian man rocking this show, cause I'm a fucking beast and you all know. My raps are getting better and this music is tight. I'ma earn my cash when I play every night. Don't need a venue cause this world is my stage. I invite you all to groove in the Singapore cage. Rusty, I'm glad you did. I hope you enjoy that. Mystified MC? Nope, this game is dead boring. I'm just here to serve the people. But then again, I am the fun. So, you know, when you're as much of a god as I am, you make your own fun. Now, ladies and gents, for the second performance, I'm gonna bring Gato Gato out. There's no such thing as a fastest killing build, dude. All the builds are top tier. They just have different playstyles. So why don't you search on my channel? Especially if you don't find the game fun. Search on the channel and see what you find. I have to rap. So if you'll excuse me. And by the way, there's no such thing as highest DPS. You can, you know, imagine it, but it doesn't exist. I know, right? Rusty, Kai? Everybody always asks this question, but that's why you can tell that these people, you know, they haven't really experienced the robot quality. But it's okay, someday they will. And when they do, their perspective changes. Kind of like Aladdin. I can show you the world. shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? But anyway, y'all ready? Yeah, if you're done singing the fucking Disney shit. Ladies and gents, and he stole my hat again. Anyway, I'm Gato. I'm gonna be joining the robot on the next song, you know. Hey, now this is a little song we call a G mix, all right? Because I'm gonna be busting out on this track. So if y'all ain't ready, y'all better hear it, okay? Feel me? Hey, let's rewind. Hey. Hey, I'm the avocado from the west coast, bitch they call me Gato, cause I'm the most gangsta G to ever walk your streets. When the boys are in town, better watch your feet. I'm the one bringing straight fire. If you fuck with my beat, then I want lighters. Up in the crowd, raise them all high, wave them all to the broadside, cause I fuck with the Mafia fam tonight. Hey yo, we coming in hard with the Gato verse. Mafia fam, throw it up for the hate her. So many haters all sleeping in a row. They be quiet when the Gato on the flow. So yeah, honestly I don't have to kill it. I'm a young G just starting up a mosh pit with the vibes to relax and jive. I wanna see you all pump into my vibe. Yeah, we all know that we old school gangsta G's with the hard flow. People always thinking to step, but they never realize they be sounding like pussy so wet. Lips flapping in the wind with their bitch ass talk. Yeah, you talk a big game till we shoot for your block. You better realize that right now we playing, or you're gonna have a case of the cold floor laying. Bleeding out hard from the impact wounds. I'm cold to the core when I bust at goons. They wanna talk big when they're safe in the cage. They cry real quick when I'm up on the stage. God damn, you know I'm not playing tonight. Gato G up here with the rep tonight. I can't be Mafia if I'm not death ready, so I bust back even under fire that's heavy. I'm an old school G from the time of Pac. I would rather get clapped when the fires start. I would rather blaze out in the glorious days, cause the only doc I want is Dr. Dre. Yeah, we all know that we old school gangsta G's with the hard flow. People always thinking to step, but they never realize they be sounding like pussy so wet. Lips flapping in the wind with their bitch ass talk. You talk a big game when we shoot for your block. Y'all better realize that we playing. God damn, I never knew you were that hard. Man, you're making me sound like a fake G card. I guess I gotta bust on my next diss track, or the robot nation might be losing respect. Man, you know that I got your back. Mafia fam never really have regrets. We don't live for the drama cause we live for the fights. When we go off the chain, man, we go for your life. If you see me, better fucking give me 5 feet, cause my heart is stone cold when I'm bringing that heat. I don't sweat when I have to sit and watch a man die. I'll crack a fucking smile when the light leaves your eyes. Yeah, we all know that we old school gangsta G's with the hard flow. People always thinking to step, but they never realize they be sounding like pussy so wet. Lips flapping in the wind with their bitch ass talk. You talk a big game when we shoot for your block. You know we G's. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that performance. Yeah, thank you very much, but you know, you gotta stop stealing my hat. Listen, when I get one of my own, alright, I'll stop stealing your hat, okay? Well, you heard him promise, right? Thank you, Bravo, for letting me come up on stage. Alright, we're getting back to the show now. So that's my little gangsta avocado. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm gonna put the holy music back on, but you know, and I saw what you're saying, Bravo. Listen, don't worry. People are always gonna ask that question. I think it's impossible to ever stop people asking that question, because most people, they want to know what is the best DPS, and they've been fooled for so long by people always talking about top DPS, greatest DPS, all these things like that, but they don't realize that a lot of it comes down to playstyle. A lot of it comes down to how well you can handle a particular build. One example that I always tell people and always give to people is that, for example, some people will say discipline gives you the best damage. It does, but what if you're not good with discipline? What if you're not good at parrying? What if you're just a terrible parrier, you know? if you're bad at parrying, then you know it's not gonna help you. You know, that's just how it works. You can't expect to be good and, you know, be able to do all this parrying and everything, but you know, like, if you've never practiced, you don't have the skills for it. That's just not how stuff works. So I think that it's just that a lot of people, maybe they don't realize, you know, they don't fully seem to realize how some builds come together, what, you know, how some builds work and why they work in the particular ways that they do. And again, I do not blame anyone for that. It is just how Dauntless is. And at the end of the day, you know, how can I say this? There's always going to be a wide variety of playstyles. There's always going to be a wide variety of ways that something can be used, or that something can work, etc., so on and so forth. And the main reason for that is because at the end of the day, each build is something that, you know, you have to craft, think about, and, you know, think about like how you want to structure it, you know. Maximum shield build, there is no such thing as a maximum shield build, because I mean, what I'll tell you is that look for any of my Bastion builds, Yummy. If you're looking for shields while still being able to kill shit, you can go look for my Bastion builds. They will probably be what you're looking for. But like, there are certain concepts that, you know, like if a person asks me maximum shield, like why would you want maximum shields? When if you're of a decent level of skill, you don't even need, you literally do not even need, you do not even need any sort of defense. You can literally just, you know, run over most of your enemies. You get what I mean? So for me, sometimes it's hard to understand exactly what a person wants or might want, because for me, I look only at efficiency. So if I'm thinking in efficient terms, I'll be like, okay, so this person wants maximum shields, but I also want like great, excuse me, I also want good defense mixed in with that. So I would probably have something like, okay, I'd have a Bastion build, the standard style. If you really wanted more shields, you could maybe toss in Fortress, but then you might lose some offense, you know, something like that. But most of the time, I would just give the person the most efficient build that I already have, like Bastion. Here you go. You want shields? This is the build for you. You know, kind of like that. Okay, let me see. I'm going to make some weird stuff now, as I always tend to do. Can I make something strange? Let's see if it's possible. It might be possible. Question is, what would I do here? There's no real sense in having other stuff, so I could always go with something like that. Put a little more in here. And then create something like this. Possible. Well, no sense thinking about it. Let's... I do not know yet. I do have Alien Isolation. And I also have Outlast. Those are what is currently existing on my list. Gosh, I've got quite a few different things. But I have to look through my Epic Games. I think I've got a couple at least in there that should count. But I haven't. I'm willing to take I'm willing to take any recommendations because I really don't know what you know, what people would be into. Let's see. Like if there's anything that a person knows that is like freaking awesome, you know, and it's maybe not too expensive, I might do a sponsorship for that. Because like I said, I'm willing to play any horror game anytime. You know, it's always good. Jay, my channel, if you search my Dauntless bugs playlist, it will show you several of the bugs that have already existed. And yeah, we're very familiar with bugs like that. They've been happening since the dawn of time. No matter how much you report them to Dauntless, they don't always fix them all. So that is the way it is. I wish it were different, but it isn't. So hashtag sad. But yeah, we know all about those because they've been existing for a very, very long time. A very, very long time. Okay, let's go test some weird shit, because why not? Why not? And thank you, Latchflex. I hope you enjoy the content as much as you enjoy the hat. Thank you guys for liking the stream. Keep liking it, and let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay, while I load in, sorry, give me a second. I'm just gonna run some ads while I actually do a little something in the background. Don't mind me. By the time the ads finish, I'll be off, you know, demonstrating some cool chopping techniques. Boom Anime, if you want to start a heroic escalation, you need to unlock it in the Slayer's Path. So unlock it from the Slayer's Path, and then you can go start it. This was a special event transmog. Did you craft the Revenant, L4FI? I highly suggest you craft the Revenant Omnicell, because if you didn't, then that might be your problem. I have a guide that explains everything about it, how to get it, how to craft it. Here you go. Make sure to follow all the steps. Well, in that case, then, I don't know, dude, because if you followed everything in this video and you don't have Revenant, then I cannot help you. Double check this video because it explains everything. Because if you unlocked it in the Slayer's Path, did you craft it at the middleman? Because if you didn't craft it at the middleman, then... okay, then you should report it to Dauntless, because it sounds like you have a bug. But this bug does not exist because you're the only one who's ever encountered it. Everybody else has literally... Okay, Cardell, mentioning any other creator or whatever is not permitted. Please don't do that. You do not have to announce that you're leaving my stream for anyone else. Don't do that. Okay, next time you do that, Cardell, I will ban you. Okay, it is the rule on stream. Don't mention other creators. Got it? Okay, you don't want to be here, you don't have to be here, but next time you will receive a ban if you do that again. And sorry, L4FI, I wish I could help you more, but I can't because I don't know. I've never encountered this bug. The first time Revenant was released, I dropped it, and then I crafted it, and then I dropped the video. So I've had it since then, and I've never had any bugs like equipping it or whatever else. Okay. Well, he can go in double timeout for that. All right. Never mention any other creators. Never, you know, say it's so rude to a streamer to say, I'm gonna leave your stream to go and watch somebody else. I'm like, you want to leave, just leave. You know, you don't have to be here if you don't want to be here. Okay. So yeah, L4FI, report it to Dauntless if it's a genuine bug, because you should have it. If you follow my guide, then and you don't have it, then there's nothing I can do to help you, because that process pretty much gives the cell to everybody. All right. See you guys after the ad break. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, ladies and gents. Hosaka, thank you. I hope you enjoy my videos. Hello to you from Singapore. Thank you very much for supporting my work. Frostwolf Bastion build for heroic? No. If you want to do a heroic escalation, Rusty, you need to use the specific heroic escalation builds, which I've created, so... Peter, that is called Lady Luck's Barrage. It is an escalation amp. You can get it during escalations if you have it unlocked. So you can follow my escalation talent tree guide to understand how to unlock it for all escalations, okay? That is what people use. It's an escalation amp called Lady Luck's Barrage. Okay? I hope that's helpful to you. And do I have a favorite weapon transmog, Yummy? No. I don't have a favorite. I just wear whatever I want. But right now, honestly, yeah. Well, you need to be level 20 in the escalation, Boom Anime. So if you've already unlocked the heroic escalation in the Slayer's Path, you need to level up your escalation to about 20. In fact, you cannot just be level 20. If you really want to succeed in the heroic escalation, please level up to at least a minimum of level 22. Otherwise, you will be a major detriment to your team. Just saying. All right. My recommendation is actually level 22 in the escalations. You need to be that as a minimum to get in. So, yeah, follow those requirements. You still have to meet the basic requirements in order to enter the escalation. Because heroic escalations are not easy. If you want to do them, make sure you're following my solo heroic escalation builds. In case you guys didn't know, I am the original creator of all those builds. Every single heroic escalation build, I created it. So you want to do that kind of content, you better follow those builds. Otherwise, you're going to have a bad time. But just remember that if you cannot do it by yourself, I am always available as a mercenary, okay? 30 USD per run. I will happily carry you. It's easy. Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. All right? Keep enjoying my builds and my videos, Hosaka. My videos and builds are always the best. I thank you for trying to speak English. I know it can be difficult when it's not your native language. So we appreciate the effort. Hang on, sorry guys, mom's still texting me. Settling family stuff while working, never easy. How do you get heroic? Unlock it in Slayer's Path, dude. Everything in the game is unlocked by the Slayer's Path. So as you progress along the Slayer's Path, you'll see unlock heroic escalation. Then you unlock it there. And then after you do, you can access the heroic escalation. Basically everything in the game is unlocked through the Slayer's Path. So work on your Slayer's Path, dudes. If you do so, you'll be able to do everything in the game. If you do not do so, well, I cannot help you. You'll have a bad time. That's okay, Hosaka. I appreciate you trying. As long as you can understand me, that's okay. Normal, what's the difference between normal and heroic escalations? Heroic escalations are basically some of the toughest content in the game, designed to challenge slayers. Normal escalations are for getting your, you know, levels, your legendary weapons, stuff like that. I mean, heroic kind of means like for heroes, so heroic escalations are for the best players. Players who actually know what they're doing, you know? Not for morons and dumbasses. Alright, see you later, Rusty. Have a good time. I speak perfect English all the time, Taylor. What are you talking about? English is my main language and I speak it perfectly. Why? Because I am your king. If I was not your king, I would not speak it perfectly. Stay down, strikey boy. Well, welcome back, Cardell. No, Hosaka. I play with my channel members. So, channel members are people who pay for my content. So I do not play with only subscribers. So if in future you are a channel member, you can join us, but you may also you may have a bit of difficulty communicating. So usually I require my channel members also to at least be decent in English, because otherwise we cannot communicate what they want. So it might be a bit difficult for them to tell me what they need. But yes, thank you for understanding. Well, it's normal for most premium channels. A lot of the other Dauntless channels, they'll play with anybody because they're desperate for viewership, but well, this is the best channel, so that's why it's worth the premium. Also, I think my streamer mode is broken. No matter what I do, it'll just send Discord pings across. How many levels do I have? You mean the number of reforges? 27 on the sword. I'm level 7 with 27 reforges. Favorite class to play? You mean favorite weapon type, right? Ladies and gents, would you please tell That's Cool what my favorite weapon is in this game? Of course I have one, Cardell. But you didn't apologize for your earlier rudeness, so unless you apologize for what you said earlier, I will have to time you out again. Have I ever played Genshin? Yes, I have. In the distant past, I have played Genshin Impact. Yeah, I am Reforged 27, Hosaka. That's what I mean. I'm level 7 with 27 reforges on the swords. I know that's what you're talking about. So that is the answer to your question. Chain blades are indeed beast. That's why they are the true weapon fit for a king. So Cardell, when you get out of the timeout this time, I hope you will understand that your earlier behavior was not acceptable. If you can at least apologize for your behavior, then we will let you come back. Otherwise, we will remove you permanently. Is that understood, Mr. Cardell? I hope it is. Remember, if you break the rules, there are consequences. Chain blades are just pretty awesome overall, and I mean, they are cool, they look cool, but not everybody loves chain blades, dude. I will say it honestly, like, my wife, she loves the Warpike, and she would never play chain blades. Like, there are some people who would never like chain blades, you know? No, Boom Anime, I would never touch Genshin with a 10-foot pole. Genshin is a piece of shit game. No offense intended, but it's the worst game ever made in history. So, unless somebody paid me $100, I would not touch Genshin, I would not stream Genshin, I would not play Genshin. If somebody said, hey, I want to see you play Genshin, and they paid me $100, I would say sure. But Genshin is pretty much literally the world's worst game, so I would not touch it unless, like, I had a gun to my head. Next person to ask me about Genshin gets banned from the stream. Because Genshin is a piece of shit, don't ever mention it. No, I would still say Genshin is worse than Anthem. Anthem, at least, you know, had a purpose for a short time. Genshin was literally just gacha waifu game right from the get-go. Even Diablo Immortal, as pay-to-win as it is, I would say is better than Genshin. And if that offends anyone, then I don't really give a fuck. And yes, Diablo Immortal, the pay-to-win piece of shit game, is better than Genshin, legit. Oh, you play the axe or hammer, huh? Nice. That's Diablo 3, Itachi. Different game, dude. There are different Diablos. Yep. That is not to say I haven't played Genshin, though. I actually did play it at one point. But I tried streaming it when it was new. It was so fucking boring. I nearly fell asleep playing it. It's so bad. Like I said, I'm not kidding when I think it's the world's worst game ever. At least Diablo is grindy and, like, you have stuff to do. But my god, Genshin is boring as fuck. It's literally a typical cash grab. The only thing worse than Genshin is Ni no Kuni. It is like Genshin on steroids with how pay to win it is. It's like if Diablo Immortal and Genshin had an unwanted love child that was also really, really terrible for people. That would be Ni no Kuni. Oh, dude, bravo. I would happily, like, if somebody paid me $100 to make me play Genshin, I would do it. Like, I would hate every second of it, but I would do it. Exactly. Genshin is fucking terrible. And Ni no Kuni is like I said, it's Genshin 2.0, dude. It's so bad. Like, I do try a lot of mobile games, like, just to see what it's like. Oh my god, it's bad. Oh my god. I've even tried Dislight. Like, I actually, like, loaded it up on my phone. I was like, you know what? How bad can this be? It was bad. Path of Exile? Yes, I have. Path of Exile is pretty cool. But, Path of Exile is old. So, unless they release, like, a Path of Exile 2, I would likely never touch it again. It is a pretty cool game. Very Diablo-esque, but with Diablo 4 and Diablo Immortal coming, you know, Ni no Kuni is the worst game in history. Sorry if you love it, man. I don't touch that game. I don't touch games that are cash grabs, except for Diablo Immortal, basically. But that's because, well, let's just say I know a few secrets. But yeah, for Ni no Kuni, I was like, this is cash grab right from the get-go. Can't even grind properly in that game. So I'm glad you love it. I also played it for a while. It was quite fun, but I'm gonna tell you it's pretty bad. Well, Cardell, next time say sorry first. So thank you for at least apologizing. Good. If you can apologize, then you're welcome among us. You wanted the easy sword build, right? Hang on, this creature will not kill me in the time, so. Here you go, buddy. This is the sword build you will need. Take it, and have fun. Also, apparently I somehow disliked my own video. That was hilarious. Thank you for being respectable enough to apologize. Admitting to someone's mistakes is very important. That is a sign of a true blue human being. Okay, on we go to the next one. Listen, I'll tell you one thing. A lot of people can never admit to their mistakes and can never apologize. Anyone that can apologize is okay in my books. Because when you make a mistake, you gotta own up to it. If you own up to it, you're okay in my books. Smurf? What's a Smurf? Are you trying to communicate that you like Smurfs? Is Smurfette your thing, Yummy? Is that your hentai obsession? Is that what you're trying to tell us? We can't tell very much if you just say Smurf. But yeah, Ni no Kuni, like when you get to the upper levels, right? Grinding for gold is so hard unless you pay. So, and I never pay, so. Because those kinds of games are way too expensive. So yeah, Ni no Kuni is definitely not for me. I tend to dislike games that have a super obvious cash grab system. Like I said, Diablo Immortal is the only exception, but only because I know a few secrets, and I will explain those someday. When I can finally stream it. There's a Scrave. Oh, there it is. Guys, did you see the magical Scrave that, like, you know, appeared out of nowhere? Because I just did, and that was hilarious. Okay, come on, you crazy Scrave. Do your best. Diablo Immortal. So on the 7th of July, when it was released, when it will finally be released in Asia, I'll be streaming it, yeah. Yeah, this Scrave turning into Goku. Yep, totally normal in Dauntless. Best part is I'm in a private hunt with like nobody else around and it still fucking teleports. This is some legendary shit right here. Beautiful. And for return on Dauntless, do you make all armors and weapons? I'm stuck on Chronovore's axe. I've created all the weapons and armor in the game, but I didn't power surge all of it. I only power surge the ones that I use for builds. So yeah, there's still some armor and weapons that I don't have power surge. Even though I've got like 60 Aether Hearts, I choose not to power surge them if I'm not going to use them. So yeah, that is my explanation to that. Right, Bravo? I bet they will come back though. Like, I have a distinct feeling that they will. It makes sense. I genuinely feel like they'll make their return at some point. But yeah, I would not be surprised if the Venom Trees made a comeback. Like, that is so expected at this point. It makes sense to me. Do I play Bastion? Not now, but soon. Are you talking about the Omnicell? Because yes, I do have a Bastion build. I have many Bastion builds on my channel. But would I play Bastion now? No. I have no need to play Bastion now. I'm just I mean, I can play it, but I mean, there's usually only one Bastion build because of the way that the Omnicell is. So the builds that I created in the past still work. So I've got no reason to experiment with Bastion. I mean, he's like a cricket tune or something, so I expect that that's just a noise that, you know, a cricket behemoth would make, I guess. Just, you know, born to like whine at slayers. This thing didn't even get to enrage. That is beautiful. Congratulations, Osaka. Well done. Okay, good. I'm happy for you. Okay. I'll go poke at the Scrave. Not really. I mean, having them all is pretty okay, Splay. Like, each one has its purpose. I guess Artificier is the one that's used the least because that's the supporting Omnicell, but I mean, you might have a day might come and I don't know, you get like 2 friends or something and they're like, hey, I want to be a Dauntless nerd with you, and you'd be like, okay, I'll help you get your shit done. And then you might want to have a full you might want to have a full support build. Oh, that's normal. That's cool. That's just what happens when the server has, like, okay, let's say you're in a party with somebody in a different region. It happens to me all the time when I play with my girl in Ireland. So what'll happen is that she, due to the ping between us, the numbers will be delayed. That's all. It's just ping. So the data is still being sent and the behemoths are still attacking what might seem on your screen at a normal speed, but yeah, no problem. Bravo, catch you later. It will just show up that way, like delayed, but it's still there, like you're still dealing the damage. So that's normal, man. Depends on who you play with. So most likely you're playing with friends or people outside of your normal region. You have a good one, Bravo buddy. We shall see you later. Look at this Savate murdering me, huh? No. The only ones whose chain blades are too OP to need numbers are mine, bro. So, I'm sorry, bro. Unless you're me, you know, your chain blades will always have numbers. But yeah, no, it's just lag, dude. Happens. It's been a while since I've played around with a full parry style. He's good. I mean, it's not much fun to be had, so may as well parry shit, right? Oh yeah. After the Pangar, it's event time. Yeah. Okay, good job, Cardell. Enjoy the build. Enjoy the build. This is how to continuously attack a behemoth so much that pretty much it will not move. Glorious, right? If there's one thing I always am cool, it's honest. Come on, wolf fucker. There we go. What's my favorite chainblade build I've made so far? Probably the Tempest chainblades, to be honest. Because those hold a little bit of a special place in my heart. I genuinely like them quite a lot. Well, I look forward to that day, Hosaka. No. I only started Dauntless about 2 years ago. But of course, that was when I used to like check out other people and be like, man, I like these content creators. Then I realized that they were all bullshit, so here I am. Here I am making my own stuff. See you later, Hosaka. Goodbye. But yeah, after I learned it was all bullshit, I made my own channel that, you know, has actual real content and facts on it. Then I never looked back ever since that day. That is basically channel history in a nutshell. Oh my god, this fucking... Come on, Frost. This little fucking snow clown. First of all, Splay, I have to inform you that it is actually against channel rules to ever mention any other content creator. Yeah, Splay, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't know if you read the rules, but the rules come up whenever you enter the channel. It should say do not mention other content creators. We don't do that here because the Dauntless community is very toxic, and other content creators create a lot of drama here. So what I will tell you is that in case you didn't know, to my channel, why would that be referring to your channel, dude? Because yeah, you're I mean, oh, you're talking about the rules. Of course it is, Cardell. All Asian robot builds are super strong. Like, I genuinely don't get what you mean, Splay, because the rules are displayed when you enter the stream, so how can it refer to your channel? But anyway, I'm glad you won't do it again. Just in case you were not aware, Splay, the Dauntless official Discord is extremely racist and sexist. They have a racist partner in their employ, so I have nothing to do with the officials, the partners, and I want nothing to do with them. If you need proof of these facts, it's publicly available information, FYI. So do not ever mention any other creators. In fact, they're all people that we do not associate with. We do not like them. We do not want to know them. And in fact, we highly encourage everyone not to interact or view or work with them. Again, I'll tell you plain and simple. Let me finish off this fight with this high alert Frostwolf, and I'll happily show you proof of everything that I'm saying. Because one thing which I always say is that I am absolutely fucking honest, and I only spit facts. I never lie to anybody. No, I don't have a video about it. I never made a video about it because for the time being, we have agreed not to bring more drama to the table. However, I do have proof in terms of screenshots and whatever. So yeah, that's all publicly available information in case you did not know. Again, this is why never ever talk about the official Discord, never mention anything official related, never mention any other creators. It's a very, very strict rule on this channel. Ah, thank you, Zeno. Good to see you, by the way. Yeah, the proof command is usable only by mods and, of course, myself. But we have to see whether the bot will actually do it. Give me a second. Let's see if the bot pulls up the link, because for some reason the bot is very temperamental about this one link. It'll work with every other link, but if it doesn't put up the link automatically, I'll just do it myself. Okay, the bot's being a piece of shit again. That's fine. All right. Well, that's only if like your party doesn't know how to deal with the frost doggy. Most of the time he's okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, good. So there you go. It's all on Twitter, dude. But here's the direct link to it. This is the first part. The second part is right here. The second part comes in a post on my YouTube community posts, which you can check out as well. All right. So, yeah. Again, we stay very, very clear of pretty much any of the official people. For safety reasons, of course. They have always had a problem with us, and we choose to disassociate completely. You can go and have a read for yourself. But you can also, one thing which I also say, Splay, decide for yourself. Like, for us, none of us here choose to associate with them. None of us spend on the game for the same reason. Again, being an Asian man, I refuse to support anyone that supports racism. Okay? And the other thing that I would say is that there's a website called Social Blade, right? There you can check channel statistics and view for yourself. whether a channel is doing well, whether a channel is doing badly, things like that. Okay, what we discovered about several Dauntless official channels is that they've literally had negative viewership drops in the past because a vast majority of their views are all purchased. It's called view botting. And it is especially obvious if you take a look at Social Blade. Again, I leave this up to you. All right, that's the kind of research you can do if you're interested, but that is a known fact. So once we figured out that that was happening, we choose again to stay fully away. Like I said, all the information is all publicly available. You don't have to believe us. It's best if you experience it for yourself or see for yourself with your own two eyes. But yeah, no, we stay fully away from everything. My advice, my honest advice, again, you don't have to take it, but my honest advice is stay well clear. Stay well clear. I might be a bit of a dick to most people that ask me questions and such, but yeah, at least I'm honest. So I might be a dick, but I'm an honest dick. That's what I'll say. Yeah, go ahead. Have a look for yourself. Like I said, it's all publicly available information. We don't have anything to hide. Okay. More stabbing and slashing. That's okay, Splay. Like I said, it's just the way it is, but if you want the real reason behind all that, right, Splay? I'll just tell you plain and simple. Think about it this way. You once asked me what I thought of somebody, right? I'll tell you. For me, if a person, okay, ask yourself this question. If somebody who had 30 or 40k views per video, don't you think they would be streaming this game 24/7? I only get 1 to 2k views per video within the first 24 hours, yet there's people out here who get like 10, 20k views within the first 24 hours, yet they don't stream this game 24/7. I would think that they would have 100 to 200 viewers with plenty of donations coming their way. They should be living quite a luxurious life since they basically have 10 times my viewership. So how come they're not full-time Dauntless streamers streaming Dauntless 24/7? How come they're not the most famous person in Dauntless? How come it's me? It's really weird if you think about it. Makes you realize that maybe things aren't as real as they seem. Maybe things are faked. Maybe this person is buying their viewership. Maybe this person isn't actually making any money doing this. Makes you think, right? I won't name any names. I won't say anything, you know, but I'll just say think about it. when you think about it like that, a lot of things make a lot more sense. It's very logical. I mean, here you have me, that's a full-time streamer, you know? And on the other side, you have people that aren't. I always tell people think for themselves, see for themselves, and, you know, you don't have to ever believe me, but you can think. I'm just here to give people food for thought. How many reforges do you need to get the gold or silver weapon icon? Silver, I think, is 20? 20 maybe? The gold is past 20, so 20 to 30. So I think that the 10 to 20 is silver, 20 to 30 is gold, 30 to 40 should be platinum, and I think after that 40 to 50 is the red one, and I think red is the maximum. I guess you could call that master rank. So yeah, that is how many you would need. Wellsplay, my advice is don't watch any other creators. Just honestly don't bother, because all of the real Dauntless content is on my channel. Every build has been made by me. Most of the other channels, they don't actually have their own builds. A lot of them are just like builds stolen from me that they put Catalyst on and claim is good. So there's that. And I literally cover everything. So again, it's not out of like malice that I do this, but there's literally no point in watching anyone else. So my best advice is you can stay here, but if you really want to watch others, see and judge for yourself. Again, I can't really make a judgment for you. That would be unfair to the person. So see and judge for yourself. But like most people, like if they're down with what I do and they like my style, they usually just end up staying here instead, because it's more or less the best. Yeah, no, for like the biggest problem with a lot of other channels is that a lot of them don't actually test their stuff and they don't actually know what they're doing, which can create a lot of false information, yada yada yada. It can create more problems than it solves. So although I don't like to say it, my honest advice for most people is just don't bother, because the faster that like we get them out of the market, the better it is for all slayers. That way all slayers can get accurate, proper information. But you know, like I always let people make the decision for themselves. I'm not here to force anybody, you know? So at the end of the day, whatever you decide is fine with me. Like you gotta decide for yourself. But for me, I always tell them there's more or less no point in doing it. If you like my stuff, stick around for my stuff, because I cover everything anyway. And that's about it. If some people find that there's stuff that they can get elsewhere, and you know what, who am I to tell them that that they can't, you know? So they will do what is right for them. Yeah, that's why I only got mine after playing for a very long time. Well, Mr. Wairu, if that is how you feel, ladies and gents, may I direct your attention to this individual right here. This person over here, claiming to be Asian, of course, but obviously not showcasing anything of himself, you know? This person, Wairu, here is one of the people from the official Dauntless Discord. They're often watching my content and often here to troll. So they make a few dozen accounts to basically troll. They'll make claims that they're Asian. They'll make claims that they're this and that. But none of them will ever put their names out there or their faces out there when they say the things that they do, because they are afraid. You better watch your statement then, Wairu, because what you're saying sounds exactly like you're from the Dauntless official Discord. Because you just said, I'm happy seeing you being like this, proving you're uneducated and just plain right stupid. Then you better make that clear, because just so you know, if the way you wrote that entire statement, all right, and you're very lucky that I didn't insta ban, because I'll tell you, most of the people that sound like that, I insta ban. You're very lucky here because do you know that the way that you wrote that English statement, in case English is not your first language, I'm going to give you a very clear warning right here. That entire statement that you wrote looks like you're calling me uneducated, and you are literally saying who is fully educated as a stereotypical Asian is. If you're fully educated, especially in the English language, you don't ever write like that. You need to state clearly who the subject of your statement is. You should state, my reply to the individual sending that racist text, right, would be such and such. Because when you say my reply to that text, you are effectively referring to the person speaking, not to the racist post. So be very careful about how you write things on the internet. I didn't get offended, but I will tell you one thing, Wairu, you gotta protect yourself, because if you end up looking like those people, I cannot save you. I cannot save you from looking like that. All right? And once you do it once, Mr. Wairu, your reputation is absolutely gone. Okay? Be very, very careful how you write things. If you are indeed educated, okay, and again, when you as an Asian man make a claim, and this is for your own sake that I'm going to tell you this, if you're Asian and you make the claim that you're educated, then you better have a perfect understanding of the English language as to how to structure a text. Because if you say the wrong thing online, all right, you say the wrong thing only once, you can't say I didn't, you know, I don't speak English as a first language, or I wrote that wrong. Things that you say on the internet are permanent. All right. One of the excuses given by the racist partner in question stated that he does not speak English as a first language, so obviously he was not being racist. But anyone who reviews the texts can see that it is racist in nature, right? So you have to be very, very careful about how you write things on the internet. Sometimes one impression is all you get. So be very, very careful, especially in this current environment, when we are, you know, if you genuinely are Asian, again, benefit of the doubt, but I'm just going to tell you this. We Asians are viewed in a negative light by some people simply because of the coronavirus epidemic, which obviously is very silly, but there are many people in the world who have committed violence against Asians. There, in fact, hate crimes against Asians have been on the rise in several Western countries, in Europe, in the USA. It has been pretty dangerous. So that's why I am always very, very aware of what I write. Sometimes if I say the wrong thing, I will immediately correct myself, but generally as the streamer, I've got a bit more leeway. You have to be very careful with what you write. For your own sake, for your own safety, be very careful. Read, like, even when you're emotional, try to reread a text before you send it, because when you sent the text initially, right, Google picked it up as, like, you know, problematic immediately, you see? So it was actually, I had to click show text for it to actually be shown in the stream chat. Otherwise it would not have been shown. And there are times, right, when a person just speaks, and if they look like they're trolling, I just ban them immediately without showing the text. So you just want to be very careful, because otherwise your account can get flagged. Yeah, it's an understandable stereotype, but, you know, like, you would kind of make yourself look bad if you structure your English poorly and then you say you're educated, you know? So the better way to write something like that next time in future, Wairu, is just remember to say that, you know, that you disagreed with what the person, make sure to make the subject clear. You disagreed with what the racist person was saying, and that, you know, obviously as an Asian person, you feel offended, you know? So yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. You managed to clear up the misunderstanding, so I'm okay with that. But again, you want to be very, very careful, because once you get painted in a bad light, there is no saving grace for you. Like, it's very rare that people get a second chance. And Splay, I don't know how to solve that, because I have never, well, occasionally I've had the problem of my like transforming to dislike, but, you know, usually I just click it back and it's fine. The reason for that, Zeno, is I think because Asia has many different races within it. Chinese, Japanese, Indian, of course. But I think it's obviously easier for everybody to just refer to us on the whole as Asians. And I mean, we do kind of live in Asia, so Asia does include Indians as well. So like, it's an all-encompassing kind of thing. Kind of like how Caucasian refers to people from America, but it can also refer to white people from Europe. So they're all different. They're Germans, Americans, British people, all different. But again, you know, they're all Caucasians. So I think it's just all-encompassing terms, you know, which is why we are Asian, you know, like the individual races within, like it's like a overall category, you know. But of course we ourselves know our individual races, but we can't expect the world to immediately know, like, okay, so I'm Asian, so I'm Indian, you know, I'm Chinese, I'm Japanese. Like for them it's all, oh, you're Asian, okay. That's the way I imagine it was constructed when the language was chosen. Can you make a high DPS Terra build? Well, Deadpool, it might behoove you to know that such things already exist if you choose to search the channel. Well, Cardell, you should definitely check my video about how to level from 1 to 20. It will explain it a lot. I don't think everyone does, you know, depends on the type of person. Like myself as an Asian person, I include all of you guys too, because it includes like everything like that, you know. So yeah, but I think that it depends on the type of individual. Some may grow up with different ideas, or they just don't know enough of the world. I mean, to me, I don't know a lot about some of the cultures, you know, so I guess it's all a learning process as we globalize. Yeah, I mean, sure, I'm sure eventually in the future, people would have to, you know, learn about every other culture out there. Yeah, well, obviously because we know ourselves better than others. For the axe, yeah. The best axe in the entire game is a Terra axe, Deadpool. So I'm not sure how new you are to Dauntless, but in case you didn't know, my channel is literally the one that comes up with all the original builds. Every original build that you see is made by me. Every high DPS build, every one of the best builds, you know, all of them are made here. So like I said, just search and you'll find. If it's not on my channel, it doesn't exist. And things you'll see on other channels are usually stolen from this channel with catalyst put on it, pretty much. So, welcome. Happy weekend to you, my dude. Happy weekend to you. That display happens very often, so don't worry about it. Yes, it is, Silly Willy. Yes, it is. I'm always good, Raphael. I'm always good. Mostly just answering questions here. Well, I'm glad you subbed, Deadpool, so I hope it helps. Most of the stuff that you'll see here, you can find here, but don't try and look for, my advice is don't try and look for DPS or things based on an element. What you want to find is what are the builds available for that particular weapon, and whatever build suits your playstyle. So you can check out some of the videos that are there. Try not to be fixated on one element, because for some weapons, Terra may not be the best element. Of course, for some weapons, it can do great damage, but some builds have different elements that are better for that particular build. For example, my Tempest build, you can use Shock or Terra. There's different options based on what you want. This is a Trilby hat, one of my favorites. It's actually the hat from my little avocado, but I tend to wear one. I tend to wear it some days, you know, just for fun, just for some shits and giggles. If I don't particularly feel like having my hair out, or I don't feel like wearing my cap, I'll just wear this now. Now that I finally have earbuds instead of headphones. Enjoy, Nazar. No problem, Deadpool. Have fun with the builds. Have fun. And, you know, like I said, the best way to learn what's suitable for you, just search. Like, you want axe builds, search axe. Although, unfortunately, axe is the weapon with the least amount of builds because there aren't very many ways to use an axe. You want hammer, you can search hammer. You want repeaters, search repeaters. Like, we have everything you need on this channel. Literally everything. There's not a single thing we don't have. And I'm glad that you are proud to be Asian, Wairu. Like I said, that's a good thing. But I hope in future you would just be careful what you say. Like Taylor said, you know, sometimes all it takes is one screenshot and you're done. And, you know, even if you didn't mean it, we got to be very careful of things we say. Like, you know, I don't mind sharing with all of you. One time I said Nazi on stream. And in fact, that word Nazi features in one of my songs as well. But of course, in music, it's a bit different as I have an artistic license. But apparently, the word Nazi can be very offensive to European people, and it did not have the meaning that I always thought it had. Like, there were some deeper meanings that I only understood because someone from a different culture explained it to me. You know, so sometimes we got to be very careful of things we say online. You know, nobody can protect us from ourselves online, and I'm always very lucky to have people from different cultures always, you know, sharing that support, you know, to me and for me, assisting me in learning the things that I do not know. Because especially like myself being in the public all the time, I have to be very, very aware of the certain things that I say, you know, because taken out of context, it can look very bad. Did I ever try Apex Legends? I did in the long distant past, but I absolutely hate Battle Royales. Battle Royales are the one type of game I refuse to play. In fact, I hate Battle Royales so much that, like, dude, people can pay me to stream anything, but if somebody wanted me to stream a Battle Royale, I would literally charge them double the price to even touch that Battle Royale because that's how much I hate them. No cap. Welcome back from touching grassroot. Okay, I've got nothing left to do for the last few minutes of stream, so if anyone has any questions to ask, now is the time. If you've got any burning questions that you need to know before I leave and have a nap for my... because I'll be visiting my grandma's house in the evening. I love ale. Love the name. There is no best sword build. And in fact, you know, this is the question we get asked most commonly, like 24/7. Everybody always asks this question. There is no best sword build. There are a lot of sword builds on my channel. I suggest you view them all and choose the one that is best for you. Because every build is designed for a particular playstyle. Like, you've got the Disciplined Savate sword that obviously uses the double parry style. There's the No Fear of Death sword, which again, double parries, but also uses a style whereby you can attack and fight like a berserker. There's the spin to win style, which is like play brain dead. There is the Tempest style, which focuses on dodging but also having parries. And like, there's such a wide variety. I love Ale, and all of them do top tier damage. So there's no such thing as a best sword build. The reason we have so many available is so that players can have a style that suits them, because not everybody is going to be able to use one singular style. I've tried Spellbreak and I still hate battle royales. My statement holler stands across the board, dude. If it's a battle royale, I will not touch it. I will not touch it unless I am paid significantly. No problem, I love Ale. I'm happy to help. Like I said, I wish that I had a more concrete answer for you, but the most concrete answer I can give you, and the most honest one, is that there is no best. And there will never be a best, because if there was one best, right, then everyone would only be required to play one way, which is obviously not the way that the channel works, and it's obviously not the way Dauntless works, because, for example, a guy that's very good at dodging would be absolutely amazing with a Tempest style. Like, he would dish out so much more damage using Tempest than a guy that was using, say, Discipline. Because compared to Discipline, he you might be able to get like what 3-4 Tempest shots out compared to one discipline counter, stuff like that. Like you just have to think about how you play and why you play in a particular way before, you know, you say that one style is better than another. You know, I've always got to be very careful of stating that because, again, my words as a content creator or as the guy that everyone relies on for Dauntless stuff, if I say that this one is the best, then, you know, everybody might only look at that. This emote, this was an emote back from when I used to pay for Dauntless. Like, before we knew about the racism problems and stuff like that, me and Kaz were big spenders on Dauntless. We bought like all the cosmetics, all the stuff like that. So that's why we've got so much extra cool stuff. But yeah, for us now that we know about the actual situation, we have completely stopped our spending on Dauntless. But I still have some cool stuff from the past, so I like to, you know, show it off. Well, Crimson, the first thing they'd have to do is actually solve, before they even solve that, they'd have to solve their problem of, you know, employing racists. That would be the first biggest issue. Once they solve that, then I think they would do very well in everything else. Wait, what happened? Well, if you don't know, Deadpool, then you might come to another stream and I'll happily show you more proof of what happened. If you are keen, you can actually search through my community posts. I posted up one of the racism incidents, and on my Twitter you can find a post about the racist Dauntless partner. So, but you have to search for it. If you really want the proof another time, I will happily show you on another stream, because we're coming to the end, and you know, I think we should maintain a good atmosphere till the end. But yeah, we no longer spend on Dauntless. None of us give money to the game. Also because, well, the devs are like working on 10 other different games, and I don't really see a lot of the money going back into Dauntless, so I don't think I really want to spend on a game that isn't going to give me a lot of content, you know? The content drops are few and far between. They should, Crimson, they should, because, you know, if you're creating a game, if you're a developer for a game, right? And you have a global audience, a cross-play global audience, you know, you kind of can't have that kind of situation, you know? And you can't have everybody in on it. And by the way, like I said, more than what we've shown, we've got deeper screenshots of everything. Everything that went on in their secret little chats, everything that went on in their discords, we have everything. We have eyes everywhere. And the eyes are literally, you know, well, they would, Cynicals, because the official Discord, like I've been saying this entire time, is made up of racists, sexists, and people who are toxic. They don't want you to use my builds because they want you to use their shitty stuff and use their creator codes. But I always tell people, rather than worry about opinions, you know, choose for yourself, see for yourself, test for yourself. You know, if my build works for you and you feel like God using my build, which is what it's intended to do, then use it. Who cares what they say? Like, it won't affect you. And, you know, if you find that, you know, what they present to you is better, then use what they present to you, you know? I'm not here to stop anyone from doing whatever they want to do. At the end of the day, you know, everybody has to choose for themselves. Everybody has to, you know, see for themselves, see with their own two eyes. And that's why I encourage everybody, always test for yourself. If, you know, these people say my stuff is trash, okay, test for yourself. Go build an Asian robot build. See what it feels like. See what it feels like, because you will feel so different when you can just play the game almost on autopilot. No need to worry about tonics. No need to worry about anything. You just smoke your way through everything. And most builds can actually, like, yeah, I am killing the bosses fast as fuck. Like I said, Cynicals, try for yourself. They only say that kind of stuff, like I said, because they are literally racist. In fact, you know what? Since people are here and they want to know the truth, I will show. Fine, fuck it. Let me take a moment to show you guys the truth. You want to know why they say that kind of stuff? Here you go. This is the proof of racism. Own partner. And this is a recent DM that my dear wife received. Okay, this is a player in the partner's Discord, also somebody that you may recognize from the official Discord, assuming that they dare to keep their profile picture the same. But yes, these are some of the things that have been said about us, and the players in the official Discord are all pretty much of the same opinion. So, Cynicals, my advice to you is go have a look at these facts, try my builds for yourself. If they work for you, good. If they don't work for you, then please feel free to like follow whoever else, you know? Yeah, take your time to catch up, cool. And Giacomo, of course they are the best. I stand by my statements. I stand by my work. Every build that I make is tested. That's why when you on stream, right, you'll see me do random shit, like you might see a build that you've never seen before or stuff like that. I'm always testing stuff. I'm always making sure that my content is top tier, because I do not post anything that I'm not confident in. If I post something, it needs to do what I say it does. If I tell you this build can dodge through everything, it does like broken levels of damage, it needs to be able to do that. And then when a Slayer equips that build, they need to be able to replicate what I'm doing. A lot of the time they'll say like, oh, these are meme builds, these are trash builds, but do they even have any of the better builds? Like I said, try for yourself, test for yourself. See with your own two eyes. Words are meaningless. See with your own two eyes. That is the best way to live your life. If you don't live your life that way, you know, it's a grind to get all the best stuff, but I tell you, it's worth it. You know, that's the, well, of course they're weird as fuck, dude. All a bunch of virgins in there. All the goals for every weapon, I don't know, man. Honest to God, I don't play for the goals anymore. Like, for me, Taylor, the game is so boring that I just sit here because, well, people still need a content creator they can trust. And I'm the most established on Dauntless with no help from the officials. So, since I built this kingdom of mine, I may as well stay here and do my thing. But I'm already so bored of the game that I don't even know what the goals are or think about them. I don't even know. I may have, I may not have. There may be some goals that are uncompleted. I genuinely wouldn't know. All right.
Stoke the furnaces. It looks to be another prosperous day for the Bormansmith.
Thanks. Silly Willy, there's no such things as important things. You just look at the various builds and then you pick whatever you need from that build. So it's good to save up steel marks. I'm not interested in Monster Hunter, more or less. I'm not a fan of Monster Hunter. However, if somebody paid me to play Monster Hunter, I wouldn't say no, but they'd have to buy me the game. I was just never interested in Monster Hunter because back then I was broke, had no money, so obviously I couldn't play a game that required me to pay for the game. And it's not like anyone would have sponsored me in the past, so yeah, I never thought about Monster Hunter. That, and I don't really enjoy the playstyle. But like I said, if somebody sponsored me and told me they would pay me to play it, I would. Why did the Discord start to hate on you? Mostly because I refuse to follow their stupid meta ideas, and I refuse to bow down to whoever their established circle jerking creators are. And I also refuse to associate with any of them or work with any of them because I don't owe anybody anything. I built this channel myself. So I guess that they hate something that they cannot control. I played Elden Ring when it first came out. I was sponsored by Mr. Johnny Nara, and I finished the game, and then I stopped playing it because I had other things on my plate. I am planning to return at some point, but most of my content creation would be focused elsewhere. Elden Ring already has some very established content creators, and most of the people there enjoy watching the speedruns or the cool stuff happening. So I don't really foresee much of a future in Elden Ring for myself as a content creator. That and a lot of hours are required to do pretty much anything. So I would rather focus on other games and the variety of content that I currently have. Right now, Anvil, Vault Breaker, Space Punks, a lot of other stuff is good. Can I test out a build for you? No. I don't do that unless you are a channel member. The reason is because I already have a lot on my plate, so I never test out builds. If you want to test out a build, best way is to test it yourself because there's no reason for me to test it for you. What I can say is that everything you see on my channel is already because I've tested pretty much everything. And there's no builds better than mine. So yeah, no, unless you were a top tier channel member, I would not test out a build for you. And that's just an honest response. Yeah, there isn't really an end game, Taylor. That's another thing. Hello, Miss Eve. I'm literally just about to go. So if there are no other questions, I think I've pretty much covered everything. I will see you all this evening for Anvil Vault Breaker. All right. I'm going to head off to have my nap. Thank you all for joining me today. It has been a pleasure streaming for you. And yeah, Space Punks, I'm just waiting for the console release before I play it more often, because once the console release comes, it'll be a lot easier to gather more people into it. You all have a good night. I will see you all later. Bye-bye. Enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy your Saturday.